In a time not so distant from our own, Earth, our beloved home, began to wither and die. Once a cradle of life, her fertile soil now lay barren, and the oceans that had once teemed with life were drained of life. The air was thick with smoke, the skies choked by the greed of mankind. Overpopulation ran rampant, and the never-ending thirst for consumer goods drained the last vestiges of her natural beauty. Vast cities stretched across the land, but beneath their gleaming surfaces, people grew restless, unfulfilled, and sickened by destruction of nature for material wealth. All around, the cry for help went unheard as the world burned and the soil grew infertile. Forests that once stood as towering sentinels fell to the wants of commerce, and once lush fields now lay desolate, void of life. Earth, her heart heavy with the weight of mankind's indifference, began to wither and die, and the light of hope seemed to fade from the world. Yet amidst this bleakness, a flicker of hope remained.
Giorni passano lenti e ti penso, senza te la notte è un immenso. Il vento porta un aroma lontano, il cuore batte piano lentamente. Sento il tuo amore e ovunque vada, in terra straniera ti voglio qua. Sento il tuo amore e ovunque vada, in terra straniera ti voglio qua.
In the eternal city of Rome, one man searched for a long-lost secret. The temple of Anima Mundi. In a crumbling library of forgotten knowledge, Anima Mundi sought the key to saving the dying planet. He pored over ancient tomes. There, among the dust and shadows, he uncovered an ancient prophecy that spoke of the earth as a living being, a goddess with the power to give birth to a new world. The legend told of a sacred mountain shaped of a woman, a place where Earth's womb lay hidden, waiting to be awakened, waiting to couple with life to make life, waiting for a lover from the myriad beings on Earth to spark life anew in the earth. The knowledge and wisdom of the astronomers could one find this place. Only they, only he, could awaken the earth to her destiny. He left the ancient library to journey to the sacred place, and with the love of life in his heart, awaken earth to a rebirth of paradise, a new start for earth, the turning of the circle of life, the proof of Anima Mundi. Meanwhile, in the palatial towers of the world's elite, the emperor and a mad professor live in the lap of luxury, each indifferent to the devastation of Earth in their own way. They reveled in their wealth and power, even as the world fell apart beneath them. The emperor, a man driven by wealth, ruled over a kingdom of misery while he grew richer and more powerful by the day. The mad professor, a brilliant but twisted scientist, sold the world such dreams and innovations as to fashion the world's vision in tune with his. Consumerism would be endless, products more useful and desirable, production lines more efficient. The emperor and the mad professor were untouchable, their laughter echoing across a world that could no longer sustain their wants. And they too were aware of the Anima Mundi temple prophecy. Ever watchful, had spies everywhere, their eyes fixed on every corner of the earth. They listened to every conversation, track every movement. They knew that the earth's rebirth could mean the end of their reign and would move swiftly to stop it. They could not allow this prophecy to come true, for it would strip them of their power and wealth. And as they realized all too well, the birth of a new earth meant the death of the old. They set forth to track our hero and destroy any hope of salvation before it could bloom into reality.
All aboard!
Inside the tunnels, the air was thick and fetid. Soft light and warmth seemed to emanate from somewhere. After navigating the labyrinth, our hero emerges into the temple itself. Thick with ancient magic, the very walls seem to hum with life. Pillars and statues tower to the ceiling, lost in darkness and mist. Strange sounds and shadows dancing in the corner of his eyes play on his mind. His head swims with visions, and a strange feeling comes over him. He stares at the statue of a beautiful goddess, a trick of the light, his eyes deceiving him in half gloom. But no, the statue lives. She awoke from her long, slumbering state, and the very energy of life swirled around our hero. Earth was no mere rock. She was a living, breathing entity, cosmic and beautiful. And there, in that moment of profound connection, Earth stirred. She walked, spoke, and beckons him to her. Our hero, with a heart full of love and carnal animal lust, joined with her in a union that transcended time and space. As their essences mingled, the earth became pregnant, merged in an act of creation so powerful that the earth itself began to glow with the radiance of new life. Anima Mundi emerged from the Earth's temple the morning after the night before. Still dazed and confused, he stumbled into the light of the day, feeling more alone than he had ever felt in his life, to find he was not.
Let's funk the planet, yeah, baby. Let's funk the planet, baby.
Let's funk the planet's face, better see, yeah, let's funk the planet's face. Let's funk the planet's face, better see, yeah, let's funk the planet's face. If I can't funk this planet, I'll find another planet to funk some.
But the Emperor and Mad Professor would not allow the miracle of Earth being reborn to pass without interference. To kill the unborn new Earth, they would construct a terrible machine, an enormous drilling rig, to bore into the Mountain Earth Temple, to plant a nuclear bomb powerful enough to obliterate the baby Earth, destroying it before it left the womb. Having learned of Anima Mundi's success in impregnating Earth, they prepared to destroy the new life before it could take root. The Mad Professor began building a giant golden spaceship, a vessel to carry them to a new world, should they fail to kill it before its birth. A giant golden spaceship big enough to store the life of Earth, the animals, plants, insects. Legions of the Emperor's troops protected it, as it was filled with the plunder of Earth, luxury, opulence, and lots of hot women. If the plan failed, they would fly to the new Earth, conquer it, and Emperor Trump would rule forever. The whole planet dedicated to His Majesty, his pomp, his life, his very visage, etched into the surface of new Earth for eternity. Ordono woke to find himself a guest, not a prisoner, of the Bandaloop, an ancient mythical tribe who lived forever and roamed the earth, guardians of its real nature. Their chief, a wise shaman, made Ordono drink of the mushroom. People sang and danced, music whirled. His head swam with a strange vision. He fell into an endless sky of clouds, transported to the dream world. There he saw the evil plans of the Emperor. Mother Earth would be drilled and its child, his child, blown apart by a bomb, the new Earth killed before it was born. He saw the golden spaceship, the drill, the deadly bomb, and the escape to new Earth if the plan failed. It cannot be, must not be, it must be stopped. But he also saw himself and the Bandaloop stand upon new Earth and gaze upon its virgin lands in joy.
Salvation that the stars and the sky of the river and the mountain of the trees and the people dream of me. Dream of me.
No more dreaming, no more hoping, no more waiting. It's time to fight the war on Morun.
The Bandaloop hailed Ordono as their leader, armed themselves and headed off to battle the Mad Professor for the golden spaceship. Arriving at the site of the golden spaceship, they charged into battle. The battle was fierce and raged on as Ordono slipped aboard the ship. Ordono tread warily through the strange passageways of the ship. The ship itself seemed to be alive. He arrived on the bridge and called out to the Mad Professor, "It's over. The ship is ours. You're beaten." A disembodied voice replied, "The Earth must die, but we don't have to die with it. Don't you understand? We must break free from our planet. We must have our own life, free from this earthly trap. We must have our own circle of life, one which turns with the stars and liberates us from the mortality of planets. I did not build this ship for the Emperor. I am the ship. Ordono reeled with shock and amazement, not a cold object of minerals and metals, but a living spacefaring organism, Get your people aboard and let's go stop the Emperor and voyage to the New World.
Astronauts, prepare for takeoff.
Drill, baby, drill. Woo-hee! The Emperor strode the deck plate of his murderous drill like the ramparts of a castle, supervising the loading of the bomb. Ordono and the Bandaloop sped across the sky in the golden spaceship. Lights flashed, alarms rang, missiles launched.
At the last minute, looking up, the Emperor saw the golden spaceship and the missiles. Screaming in vain, he died in the explosion. As the drill rig and bomb were destroyed,
Anima Mundi, the Bandaloop, and the Professor shot upward into Earth's orbit. There they watched in awe as Earth was born again, shedding the old Earth like snakeskin in a fiery cosmic cataclysm. With a mighty roar that shook the heavens, Earth gave birth to a new world. Mountains crumbled, oceans surged, and the sky itself was set ablaze as the Earth tore herself apart. Ordono and the Bandaloop followed New Earth in the Professor ship as he carried them to their new home. The golden ship set down on New Earth. The Bandaloop and Ordono stepped onto it. Here they would begin life anew. A paradise born from the ashes of the old. They turned and watched the mad Professor ship take off. A new life beckoned to him also. A life of discovery and exploration. A life of endless stars, an eternal road of infinite study. The living cosmos of all things, the eternal, endless. One time of Anima Mundi.